Hello everyone. Welcome to your Mystic Affirmations for Friday, September 6th, 2019. I hope that you all have had a good experience with your setting up your day for positivity. That is what this is all about, is the law of attraction. So we are definitely 150% tilted toward optimism. This is for the ability to recognize that we have a choice, and this is your choice. So I hope you enjoy this reading. We will bless all 5 decks. Thank you, angels, archangels, divine pure white light, divine spirit, spirit guides, gods and goddesses. Thank you so much for being present here to allow everyone to have the information they seek to assist them in remaining on their highest possible spiritual path. We thank you so much, Divine, for these blessings and beautiful messages, and we receive them in the love and light for which they were intended. We thank you for your divine guidance as well. Your presence is always welcome here and very appreciated. Well, we're going to start off really great. Friday's energy. Turn the others down. I really love the coloring and the happiness of this deck. It has real good energy. Even on the negative cards that are usually, freak people out. So we have the 5 of Swords here. Very strong energy of not getting your cards. Don't get your cards before your horse. Not getting your cart before your horse. Don't jump ahead too far. Let's make sure we get everything taken care of. So 5 of Swords is talking about waiting until, don't strike until, basically, if you're going to quit a job or if you're going to make a big decision, make sure you get all your ducks in a row before you make a big shift. Okay, because it doesn't mean that it will not be possible. It just means it'll be more difficult. You can make it harder on yourself. Whoa, hello, I threw the whole thing. That's me trying to be fancy. Sorry, I'm trying not to look at the cards. It's very hard not to do that. Affluence. I choose to be debt-free. We've had this one, it's coming back around. I choose to be debt-free and live an affluent and healthy life. And debt-free is the way to be. I'll say it again. I'm just saying that's my goal. Even though it doesn't seem like I'm making much progress at it, it is my goal. I'm trying. Oh, there's good debt and there's bad debt, and sometimes we get our eyes bigger than our wallets, right? So just make sure that you're living within your means, and then do your very best to get out of it. Be assertive. So this is where we have to make that difference. And the thing is, it's the whole thing about debt is the interest that you pay is also linked to part of the draw of the negativity for you, because you're losing. It's not an even exchange. You're getting something for it, but it always seems to be that it costs you a little bit more skin than what, if you look at the long run, it is a pretty good chunk. So it's always good to try to get that paid off, get things paid off, get out from underneath things. It just gives you a better feeling. At least that's what my hope is. So being assertive is taking action, making sure that you are the driving force. Also, take a chance. So there's that adventure coming in there. Let's see what our... Sacred, that's the word. My mind was rallying between sacred and spiritual. Sacred was the one that kept coming out first, and I was like, wait, is that right? I didn't trust myself. I know some of you out there are watching me, laughing at me, because, it's just it's the way it works. You get all meditated and nice in a nice clear place, and sometimes logic just goes right out the window, and you can't reel it in. So, yes, sacred geometry, affirmation cards. Okay, so this one is allowance. The frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way, without judgment. without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. I receive that. And it's funny because it's the word allowance. It reminds me when you were a kid, remember? We used to, I don't know if they do it anymore at all, but we used to get an allowance, right? If we did our little chores. So I like that. Get my allowance. I'm going to start asking the universe for my allowance. I receive my allowance. And I allow. It's going to be a whole fun thing, I can tell already. It's hard not to look at these two. I'm just trying to... Okay, this one came up twice. Now, I want to tell you a special story about this particular card. This card hung over my desk here for about, 10 years. When my life was really, really not great, I put this up because I wanted to be able to say this one, or I wanted this to be manifest. Now these cards are Louise Hay's. Her name is Louise Hay, and these are energy thought cards. And these are the first cards I got that were affirmation cards. And this card I just felt like needed to be true. And I can tell you, I finally have the realization of it now, and I have to speak on it because I took it down because I felt like somebody would need to see it in here. And now here it is. I had this taped up. I had a couple of different ones, but this one I only had 2 that were taped on my desk that I looked at every single day. And this is kind of cool. Everything in my life works now and forever. Now, it doesn't say sometimes, and it doesn't say some things. Everything in my life works now and forever. My life works beautifully. And I can say it. It's real. This is real. So you can have it. No matter where you are, what's happening to you, please know this is possible. Because when I hung these, my life was the farthest from what this could be. So I'm telling you, it's the choice. You have to make the choice. Living in this way with the law of attraction is all about the choice. And you've already made it because you're here. So let's keep ourselves supported in this beautiful energy. The Fool card, carrying on, ready to take a risk. Let the universe assist you. Ready to take a leap into the unknown. And that's okay. Okay? It's saying, don't get your cart before your horse, but also don't hold back when the timing happens. So when it's time, go. Not before then, but when you'll know, you'll know. Your intuition will tell you. Wow, the payoff is the 10 of Pentacles. So sometimes when we take a big risk, we get the big payoff. Now the Fool card is the 0 in the major arcana, and that means the unbroken circle. So it does mean it says it's starting the next cycle in your life. Now that cycle might mean a new job. It might mean having children. It might mean a new relationship. It's all different. I'm sorry, I hiccup. I always apologize because it sounds like I'm just gulping air. I always hiccup when I'm doing readings. It's the energy movement. The chance that you take in this is really kind of the most... the word's escaping me, but it is a calculated risk. That's what so the calculated risk is, one thing is ending and another thing is beginning simultaneously. So it's not like you're just jumping off a cliff. Okay, you've got a parachute. Okay, you've got something new coming. You know it's coming, and you're letting go of something else to get there. So it's not a by the seat of the pants thing. You can manage this, and this is telling you there's a huge reward at the end. So by doing this 10 of Pentacles, and it can also mean going all in on taking the chance and going 100% in. That's like taking all your chips and shoving it onto the table right? So that's investing in 100% into the energy. If you're going to do it, go in 100% or it's not going to work. Ha! I love this card. The Hanged Woman. So the Hanged Woman is the Hanged Man in the other tarot, and she looks like a Cirque du Soleil person, and I really love the way she's just like devil-may-care. It's taking a look at from a higher perspective, looking at the bigger picture. So knowing that if you're playing the long game, the shortfalls don't matter right now, right? If you're playing for the whole enchilada, just because you lose a little piece here, it's like playing chess, right? Your pawns are there for a reason. So don't worry about the small setbacks because they set you up for the comeback, okay? And that'll bring you into the energy of, I can make it the long haul. Yes, I can take a hit here and a hit there, and something might jump up, and that's just the law of business. When you're in business, there's going to be that give and take, and that's what the stock market does. That's what the value of everything is. It's sometimes less than, depends on the demand, right? So take a look at the bigger picture. You might be winning already and not even realize it if you haven't taken score. Okay? So be assertive. Stay in your energy. Stay strong. Don't act before it's time. When it is time, go all in. That's very clear. And allow the universe to be your support and know that your life will work beautifully. Everything in my life works now and forever. And this is not a short-term goal. This is the long game. So I hope this wonderful affirmation helps all of you. It is a really strong go for it message here. It's really clear to me. So many blessings to you. Have a fabulous Friday. I hope we can all hold our energy at least past the 10 o'clock lunch or the 10 o'clock coffee break. I know I've worked in private industry for my whole life until a few years ago. I got started doing this, and thank God. But yeah, I know it's hard to get to 10 o'clock sometimes before you blow your top. So let's hope that this affirmation will help us at least get maybe to lunch. We'll just have to reaffirm. You can always rewatch it in the bathroom. Take your phone. Many blessings to you. Namaste.